So those girls back there, they've been in that cage for about a week now. And honestly, I think they're ready to come out. However, we got one tiny little problem. All right, so today, the plan here is to see exactly how these girls do outside of the cage. You know, last week we did one round for a little bit, and it went really well. Today we're gonna go a little bit longer, and the plan originally was to fully, get this ladder out of here. The original plan was to fully integrate them permanently today. However, we're dealing with one little problem. So before we can fully bring these girls out permanently living with the other hens and the flock, we have to get a new feed. I'm getting an all flock feed. And what that all flock feed is gonna do is pretty much it's for your entire flock. Any ducks, birds, whatever, your entire flock can eat that food, right? You see in here, in this one, we got layer feed. That's only for our adult laying hens, right? The babies, they can't eat layer feed yet because they're not laying eggs. Once they start laying eggs, in about 2 months, hopefully, they can then start eating this layer feed. I'll probably stick with the all flock permanently from now on, and then we'll just have the bowl of calcium that they can pick from and choose from. The reason why the babies can't eat this layer feed is because it's full of calcium, which is why I've come to the conclusion that's why my calcium bowl never goes empty. I didn't realize it, but this layer feed already has calcium in it. But the babies can't eat that yet because they're not laying. Once they start laying, then that's when you can introduce calcium into their diet. And chickens are very good at self-managing, you know, how much of what they need. They know that they need calcium. They're gonna go eat whatever they eat, and they're gonna be good. So we can't fully bring them out permanently to live with the flock just yet until the other feed comes in. So all we're gonna do today, we're gonna open this bad boy up, right, like so, and we're just gonna do another watch. And what we're watching for is bullying. We already know that we had/have a bully hen, her, right back here. So that's what we're watching for. We're watching how do they get along. If there's a little bit of pecking, that's fine. That's flock dynamics, the pecking order. If an adult hen jumps and pounces onto the baby, starts grabbing at the neck and beating the crap out of them, that's where we draw the line. We don't want that. She's done that to our last chicken that we had. If you guys have been watching on the channel, you know we used to have a white adult hen here who was honestly our best layer, but she would go broody all the time. And we tried to break her 2-3 different times, and it never took. So I decided, hey, before I completely dispatch this one, why don't we get rid of the broody hen to someone who can manage that and allow her to be a mom? Because she's not gonna be a mom here with us. We don't have a rooster, we're not hatching eggs, we're not raising chicks. We're solely egg production right now. All we want is eggs. And we got 2 new hens out the deal, so I still think it's a win-win. Now the goal is, how much of a bully, is she gonna still be a bully? Or is she gonna be like, you know what, these are babies, I don't even care, just know your place. We're gonna do some cleaning while we let these girls mingle and keep an eye on them and see what they do. A lot of chicken watching today. Let's get to it. All right, now, I'm gonna throw this bucket in the compost. We're pretty much done cleaning. Just wanted to get the run cleaned up a little bit. Get this in the compost real quick. There we go. Now we can go check inside the coop real quick, just to be sure. I threw a nice good layer on there about a couple weeks ago. We just stick our heads in here, give it a little sniff. Smells fine. Smells like hay. Don't need to do nothing. Go back in here. Hang out with the chickens for a couple more minutes. Looks like everybody's doing good. So here's our big girls right here. So we got Susie right here. This is Susie. And then this is Esmeralda right here. This is the bully. Susie is really cool. She's calm, chill. She doesn't like to be touched a whole lot, but she's cool chicken. She's pretty chill. She's like I would consider her the flock manager. Like she just makes sure everybody's cool. Esmeralda will never bully Susie. Never. But Susie will let Esmeralda know, hey, quit acting a fool. You're being crazy. That's enough. But yeah, I mean, she's really cool. And then, of course, looks like the babies are chilling. It's all clean in here now. We got all the poop and everything out, so now they can recompost inside the run. I probably clean in here, I don't know, once every couple months, something like that. Inside the run, we use the deep litter method. I only probably full clean twice a year, right before wintertime and then right at springtime. Other than that, once it starts to like smell weird, a little ammonia, I throw a new layer of straw in there. Just keep piling on, 1 to 2 inch thick layers as need be. And the chickens, they'll go in, they'll scratch it up. That's another good compost. And then for this one, probably around October, we'll do a whole full clean. All that will go right into the compost. And then next spring, that will be ready to go in the garden. Then we'll do another full clean in the spring. And, it just keeps replacing. It keeps cycling, keeps replacing. And that's the whole point of this lifestyle, right, is to reuse, recycle, and, utilize what you have. And that's what we do around here. But I'm going to say, all in all, I think we're good. I think that if we had the all-flock feed right now, these girls would be out permanently today. They're going to have to go back in the cage, unfortunately, because I can't let them get too much of this feed. They can't eat too much of this. If they eat too much of that, with all the calcium that's in there, then it's not going to be a good time for the babies. The adults are up there. I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to try and bring one down real quick. So let's see what happens now. Because this is our bully. And it looks like she could give 2 craps about them. She checks them out, sizes them up a little bit, but I think we are under, especially with them being in the cage for 2 weeks already. Keeping them in the cage makes the babies understand their place, and it makes the adults understand, like, okay, I don't have to worry about them. They're obviously still going to be scared of her, but she's not doing anything. And that's exactly what we want. Like I said, if there was a little bit of pecking, that'd be cool, but I mean, Esmeralda is doing exactly what we want her to do. Just chilling. Get out of my face. Oh. That's fine. Sorta. That's okay. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, that's what we don't want right there. We're pulling feathers. That's what we don't want. So we need to keep an eye on that. And I don't know if that was because they were going for the food and Esmeralda's still like, this is my food, what are you doing? No, you can't have that. Okay, they're starting to get into too much stuff, so we're gonna put them back in the cage now. All in all, I think it was a good run. We're gonna get them set back up, back in the cage. Hopefully the all-flock feed is here. Hopefully 1 more week and it's here. And we can fully integrate them permanently and we'll be good to go. All right, back in the cage. We got them topped off, water, fresh feed, back in the cage. We cleaned out the girls' water. We cleaned out the adults' water. We got more feeders and stuff coming soon, so that's going to be really good for us. She is going ham. Someone hungry. Stop spilling it all the time. Look at her. Lifting that leg up. She be spilling it. You guys let me know what you think out of what you saw. You think these girls are ready to fully come out and be with the flock, or do we need to keep them in there for longer? I think they're ready. Y'all let me know down in the comments. But that's enough for chickens right now. We need to go over to the garden. Got a couple things to show y'all. Let's go. But real quick, I want to let you guys know just put out a free Homestead planner. Put it down in the comments. I'll also put a link down in the description for you if you want to go ahead and download that. But we got a free Homestead planner. You can track your harvest. You can track and organize your seeds. You can track what crops you're growing, how long they're growing, a whole bunch of stuff inside this planner. Absolutely free. Now let's check out our potato tower here. You guys remember last week we did a whole video on how to build this? Real simple. But check it out. We got a lot of stuff growing in there right now, actually. A lot of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if the potatoes have sprouted at all yet. I don't think so. I'm so excited for this little project here. I can't wait for them to start sprouting. And remember, like I said in our last video, as it grows up, we'll keep adding more and more until it gets all the way to the tippy top. When it gets to the tippy top, we'll check out, see what we got. We're going to keep you guys updated every week on this bad boy to see how it goes. Is it going to work or is it going to fail? We don't know yet. But I don't see any potatoes sprouting yet. That could be one. I'm not sure. Again, this is my first time doing potatoes, so you got tips and tricks, let me know down in the comments. Now, we're going to go to our carrots. Check these bad boys. Get that saran wrap off of there. I think they're good to be out. They're tall. They're getting sturdier. And I think it's time to get that saran wrap off of here. Carrots looking good. I mean, they're getting tall. They look pretty sturdy, so I don't think we have to worry about keeping them protected anymore. Our parsley here, though, is wild, so we probably want to harvest a little bit of this. But first, I want to show you guys what I was talking about in the garden bed here. Check it out, check it out. We got our peas, y'all. Peas already sprouted. Peas sprouted, and they're getting big. They're getting big. It's only been a week, I think. I think we planted these last week, if I'm not mistaken. And then let me show you real quick. Let me check out the tomatoes. I mean, look at all these tomatoes, dude. Getting big around here. Look at that guy. That's a big one. That is a big one. I mean, all these tomatoes, I mean, everywhere. Tomatoes everywhere. So we got a lot of tomatoes. This is looking really good. So this should be a really good tomato harvest. I'm excited. Last time I only did one plant. I've never done 2 plants in this tiny little space, but I mean, this goes to show you, this is 2 tomato plants in 1 square foot. So, start growing you some food today. All right, so real quick, we're just gonna clean up this parsley pot here, and then we're gonna wrap up this video. We got a lot of stuff going on in here. A lot of weeds, a lot of wild parsley. Like, look at that thing. Look at that. You don't want that in there. You don't want that. But I mean, there's just so much going on. I haven't really done anything with this parsley in probably like almost a month. So we're going to go ahead and snip some of this parsley, get it trimmed up. And I don't know, who knows, maybe we can make some more seasoning. So for parsley, when you're harvesting parsley, you want to take the outer long branches. Like, we got a lot of long branches here. So you want to take the outer ones and try to get all the way down as close to the base of the stem as possible. And you got yourself a nice little parsley harvest. You want to leave all the inner ones to keep growing, because this thing will just keep reproducing and reproducing. This is our 2nd harvest now off of the parsley. So I am pretty excited to make some more seasonings and throw it on some eggs or something. You know, we got our backyard eggs. We cook up some eggs, throw a little bit of parsley on the eggs. Oh, it tastes so good. Tastes so good. Here's another good one right here. And then probably this guy right here. And then this guy right here. That's a good little harvest right there. That's going to make a nice, good amount of seasoning powder or whatever we want to do with it. So we'll set this to go dry. That's pretty much it for today, folks. I mean, it was a great day, productive day. We got to hang out with the chickens, you know, see some interaction with the babies and the hens. I think everything's really good with them. Once that all-flock feed comes in, like I was saying, I think we're good to permanently integrate the babies with the adults. A little bit of pecking, but that's more flock dynamics pecking order than it was bullying, I think. Checked out our potato tower. I don't think anything's growing yet. hopefully about another week or two. It usually takes about 1 to 3 weeks for a potato to sprout out the ground like that. So it's only been a week so far. So hopefully another 2 to 3, another week or two, and we'll have some potato. We checked on the garden bed, everything's going there. We got peas coming, I'm excited for the peas. So overall, I would definitely call today a win. I hope you all learned something new today, and if not, I hope at least you got inspired. My whole goal out here is to at least try to inspire people to take that next step and just start growing some food. You don't need a whole lot of stuff to do this, and that's the whole point of this channel, is to show you out there it doesn't take a lot. It's pretty simple. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So thank you all for tuning into the channel today. Thank you all for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.